After seeing the Coen brothers' disastrous film a couple of years ago called The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, I figured I'd talk about the film that should have won Best Picture back in 2009. A Serious Man, written and directed by the Coen brothers, is a quiet little film. Well, it's not often discussed on social media, and it's not exactly a well-known film to most average moviegoers, but it might just be the best film ever made by the Coen brothers. It's tragic so many people don't know about it. Film schools should just ditch Vertigo and Fight Club. Instead, this film should be shown to students. But anyway, I'm about to get into spoiler territory, so if you haven't watched the film, you can stop the video now. The film is essentially a modern update of the Book of Job from the Bible. In the book, God tests Job's faith by allowing Satan to do a bunch of bad things to him. Job loses virtually everything, yet he stays completely loyal to God. He almost fails a few times, but he ultimately prevails, and he gets rewarded by the end of it. Larry, on the other hand, the main character of the film, is placed in a similar situation, but the outcome is much different. Larry is tested when he finds out that his wife is leaving him for another man. His reputation is being tarnished, he's trying to be a good father, and he's facing the possibility of being fired over his treatment of students at the university where he teaches. He is also faced with the desire to have an affair and premarital sex with his attractive neighbor. He even has dreams about it too. Despite all of this, though, Larry stays grounded. He never curses God or abandons his faith or ever decided to indulge in his fleshly desires. And by the end of the film, everything has essentially worked out for him. He and his kids are on good terms. He's not getting fired from the school, and he patched up his relationship with his wife. However, Larry is given one final test, and he fails. He accepts a bribe to change a student's grade in exchange for money. As soon as this happens, you hear a loud thunder, which could mean God is very angry, and the phone immediately rings, and he learns from his doctor that he must come in as soon as possible to see him. It's kind of implied it's something really awful, possibly cancer. And while this is all happening, his kids' lives are in danger now, as we see a tornado comes out of nowhere and is about to hit their school. But see, it's not a cynical tale, it's actually a very moral film. There's nothing wrong with God allowing bad things to happen to people in order to test them. If people were never tested and good things always happen, then nobody would ever have a reason to turn to God, since their lives would be so perfect. It's just a very beautifully crafted film. I think even atheists can get something out of it, because you shouldn't cheat, you shouldn't accept bribes, you shouldn't mistreat people because it's wrong, and there are consequences for your actions. Overall, it's a 7.5 out of 10, and it's arguably the Coens' best effort. And although they've missed the mark the last 2 out of 3 films, I hope their next upcoming film will be a return to form.